Once, across the endless stretch of a burning desert, there lived a small, fragile sparrow. The sun in that place was merciless. The sand felt like fire beneath her tiny feet, and the wind carried no comfort, only heat. The little sparrow had lost most of her feathers. Her wings were weak, and she couldn't fly anymore. Every day she walked through the dry land, looking for a drop of water or a crumb of food. But she always found nothing. No trees, no ponds, no nests, just silence. Her days were lonely, and the nights were even worse, dark and full of fear. Many times she cried out in her heart, "Why am I still alive? What is the point of living if life is only pain and struggle?" One hot afternoon, as she rested in the small shade of a rock, she saw a figure walking slowly through the desert. As the figure came closer, she realized it was an old traveler. His clothes were dusty from the long road, and his steps were slow but steady. There was something kind and peaceful in the way he moved. With what little strength she had left, the sparrow called out, "Oh, kind traveler, where are you going?" The old man walked closer and smiled gently. "I am on a journey to visit a wise friend of mine," he said. "He lives far across this desert, near the mountains. He has helped many people find peace." Moved by the sparrow's sad condition, he asked her, "But what about you, little one? Why are you here all alone and in such pain?" The sparrow lowered her head and whispered, "My life has become nothing but suffering. I am weak, I cannot fly, I have no food or water, and no one to care for me. Please tell me, when will this suffering end?" The traveler paused. He didn't know the answer, but he gently said, "Let me ask my friend. He is very wise. On my way back, I will tell you what he says." The sparrow nodded slowly. "I will wait for you," she said. Days later, the traveler reached the quiet home of his old friend near the edge of a forest. He bowed and told the whole story of the suffering sparrow. "My friend," he said, "she wants to know when her pain will end." The wise man closed his eyes and sat in silence. Minutes passed. Finally, he opened his eyes and said, "She must bear 10 more years of suffering." The traveler's heart sank. 10 years? She cannot survive even 10 more days. She's already too weak, too hopeless. The wise man placed a calm hand on his shoulder. "There is one way," he said. "Tell her this. In every moment, whether she is in pain, hungry, tired, or lonely, she must say, 'Thank you, life.' Not from her lips, but from her heart. Gratitude will become her wings." The traveler returned through the desert. The sparrow was still there, waiting, with eyes full of hope. He sat beside her and gently said, "My friend told me, you still have 10 more years of suffering ahead." The sparrow froze. Her eyes filled with tears. "10 more years?" she whispered. "I don't think I can live even 10 more days." The traveler touched her gently. "But he also gave you a gift," he said. "He told me to tell you this. Whatever happens in every situation, say from your heart, 'Thank you, life, for everything.'" The sparrow didn't understand. How can thanking life help me? But something deep inside her whispered, "Try." And so she did. The next morning, as the sun beat down and the sand burned her feet, she whispered, "Thank you, life, for the sun and this sand." When she felt thirsty and her throat was dry, she said, "Thank you, life, for keeping me alive. When her body ached and no food was found, she still whispered, "Thank you, life, for giving me another day." Days passed. Then something strange happened. The sparrow began to feel lighter. Her feathers started growing back. Her wings gained strength. The sadness in her heart slowly faded. Then, one day, dark clouds filled the sky. The wind blew strong. And for the first time in a long time, rain fell. Heavy, beautiful rain poured over the desert. The sand cooled. Seeds hidden deep in the ground sprouted green shoots. Water gathered into small ponds. The sparrow drank, bathed, and sang. She looked at the sky, flapped her wings, and to her joy, she flew. Weeks later, the old traveler passed through the same desert on his way back. He was amazed to see the once weak sparrow flying joyfully through the air. The desert was blooming with life. Excited, he rushed back to his wise friend and said, "You said she had 10 more years of pain, but she is flying. Her life changed in just a few weeks. How is this possible?" The wise man smiled and replied, "Yes, 10 years of suffering were written in her destiny. But when she began to give thanks in every moment, she didn't just change her attitude, she changed her life." Gratitude burns away sorrow. It turns pain into peace and suffering into strength. The sparrow's story is not just a tale. It is a reflection of our lives. We all go through deserts, times of loneliness, fear, and hopelessness. We often ask, "Why me? When will this end?" But what we often forget is that complaining only adds to our pain. Gratitude, however, has the power to heal, to open doors we never saw, and to bring light into the darkest corners of our hearts. When we learn to say thank you even when nothing seems right, we build a strength that no storm can shake. Remember, life doesn't change when problems disappear. It changes when our heart becomes stronger. So, the next time you feel like giving up, think of the sparrow who had no strength left, but still chose to say, "Thank you." And in doing so, she found her wings again. Even when nothing seems right, we build a strength that no storm can shake. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you want more inspiring stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to Tales and Chill. And hit the bell icon so you never miss a story. Until next time, stay kind, stay strong, and stay thankful.